Hey, y'all. Welcome back to Tony's Kitchen. This is Tony with Eat and Travel with Tony. Today we're making an awesome crock pot recipe, and I cannot wait because I've made this several times for the family, and we all, of course, love it. But it's crock pot chicken and dumplings, y'all. So like I said, that's what we're making today. So like I said, before I get into it, make sure that you go ahead and subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell to receive all the videos I upload from this point here on out. If you ain't seen those in the past, go check those out too. Because I got other awesome crock pot recipes, skillet recipes, casserole recipes, and some travel stuff on her too, I put it that way. So like I said, definitely y'all, welcome to my world, I guess I put it that way. So like I said, let's go ahead and get into this, y'all. I will put all the ingredients in the description of the video as well, so that you can, of course, make this for your family. And, of course, it's getting chilly outside. It's, October, almost Halloween. So, of course, like I said, this is one of those awesome fall recipes that the family's going to love, too. I'm pretty sure, because mine does, too, so I'm pretty sure. So, like I said, let's go ahead and get into this, y'all. I've already chopped up the onions and stuff, so that's already done. So, next thing we have to do is just layer everything into the crock pot, y'all. So I'm looking at this like, Lord, I would layer everything into the crock pot. So let me go ahead and put this down, y'all, so y'all can see what's going on. Let me see. Moving this on over here somewhere. There we go. I think that's it. I don't know. Somewhere in there. Okay, there we go. Yeah. Okay, so I got to get the chicken. The chicken's over here in the pan. I mean, the container in the sink. Lord have mercy. Okay. There we go. There we go. All right. So the first thing I'm going to do, of course, is layer the chicken into this crock pot. I'm just putting it on at the bottom. No rhyme or reason. Just put it however you want to put it into your crock pot. So that's what I'm doing, y'all. And these are boneless chicken thighs and I think legs. I think they're chicken thighs. Boneless chicken thighs. You can use any kind of boneless chicken you want to use. I would say stick with the boneless legs and boneless thighs if you can, because of course it's usually a little bit more flavorful. It doesn't dry out as much as the chicken breast, but you can use whichever part you want to use, y'all. But these are thighs. Well, actually leg and thighs. Because my package said legs and thighs. They sell them like that here. Hopefully they sell them like that where you live too. I'm trying to break this chicken up because it's still a little bit. There we go. All right, let me throw this away and wash my hands, y'all. I ain't finna continue with this over here. Hold on. Uh-oh. Yeah, let me get this chicken off my hands. Okay. Gotta wash my hands, y'all. We gotta get this chicken off so I can move on to the next stuff. Because after this, everything else is just a dump. Put it into the crock pot. Right. Trying to get my hands clean, y'all. We're ready now. Here we go. All right. So like I said, after you put the chicken on in there, y'all, I gotta go ahead and put some seasonings on there. And I'm using salt, pepper, not salt, but pepper, garlic powder, the ultimate garlic seasoning, and Italian seasoning, y'all. Because it said use garlic and that kind of thing, so I'm using the garlic powder, garlic seasoning. So I'm just putting these in there. But you can use whatever seasoning you all like to use on top of your chicken or in your recipes. Just in case you want to use lemon pepper, go ahead. You can use whatever you want, whatever you have at home. So you don't have to go and specifically buy these things unless you want. I always say when I cook here on these videos and in my kitchen period, I always say use what you got, y'all. So use whatever it is you have at home. So you wouldn't have to go buy anything else additional unless you have to. But the seasonings, you can kind of get away with that. Don't worry about that part. The main ingredients, yes, you'll need, but the seasonings, you should be all right without that, without having the specific things. But like I said, y'all, I'm seasoning it though. I know we like seasoning in this house, or my family likes seasoning, I'll put it that way. I'm a seasoned person. Oh my God, to a certain extent. I know they do like seasoning, so I'm making sure they're seasoning. I'll put it that way. Making sure they're seasoning. Okay, and the Italian seasoning, because I know I always use the Italian seasoning for this recipe, y'all. And it's going to be quite a bit, just to let y'all know. I'm putting some on the chicken and on top. So if you don't have the Italian seasoning, you're definitely going to need that. I can tell you that already. But the garlic and the pepper and all that, you can use whichever season you want to use, y'all. If you have some salt-free or sodium-free, use that. It's okay, too. Okay. Like I said, I put some more of this on top. once I'm done. Okay. All right. Okay. My luck. Let me go ahead and put the onions in, y'all, because these onions are burning my ass over here. Like I said, I've already chopped my onions. So I'm going to pour that on into the crock pot as soon as I get the last onion off there. There we go. I need a spoon, actually, so I can stir this up at the end a little bit. There we go. Please no, I got a spoon. And I hope y'all doing fine today, y'all. Let me know how y'all doing in the comments. Like I said, I know a lot of stuff is going on in the world and all the people passing away. There's jobs being lost and all this kind of stuff. Let me know how y'all doing in the comments, y'all. I definitely want to know. So let me, I got the peas and carrots over there. So let me go ahead and get this. Ooh, Lord. All right, can of cream of chicken. Playing with me now. Making some kind of noise like it's about to explode on me or something. But I'm putting the cream of chicken in there next, y'all. This is just the top part. I'm just messing with the top. But here's the actual can of cream of chicken. I put it that way. And this is the Campbell's. You can use the generic. This was already in the house. I didn't have to go buy another one. This was already in the house. So like I said, I used whatever I got here. If it was cream of mushroom, that'll be in here too. I put it that way. I'm not going to buy anything additional. If I already have a cream of something, it'll all be the same. It all usually tastes the same. To me, it does. Other folks may disagree, but to me, it kind of does, except for the celery. The celery has a strong flavor, so yeah, definitely, I wouldn't say put that in her, but it has a strong flavor. But you can use it on cream of mushroom, cream of chicken, whatever you got in your house. Like I said, this is cream of chicken, y'all. Uh-oh. And this can is a 10.5 ounce can. That's what I'm using. Trying to get all this stuff out this can, actually. Try, because I still got stuff down here. I'm trying. I'll use another spoon. Lord have mercy, why did I use this spoon? I'm going to get another spoon, y'all. Something. Oh, here's, actually, here's a knife. Butter knife. I use that. No, why in the world? Oops. All right. Trying to get this. That's the longest part, y'all. I guess. Trying to get the cream of chicken soup out of her. All right. There we go. There we go. Oh, about to throw it into the sink. I'm going crazy, y'all. No worries, no worries. I'm not going crazy that quick. Just trying to get some of this off her. But I'm going to have to stir this up a little bit anyway. So that's okay for it to be on there. Get on down her stuff. Get off my spoon. Get off my spoon stuff. There we go. All right. Carrots. And carrots and peas. Y'all next. Oh. I can't even get this open. Grab my shoe. And these, and this is mixed vegetables. Like I said, it has carrots, peas, green beans, and sweet corn in it too, y'all. You can use just carrots and peas. That's up to you. Or you can use just all peas or all carrots. Whatever kind of vegetable you think your family will love and that y'all like, use that. I had to buy these this morning because I didn't have any more. And these were like I think they're like $1.50 maybe a bag. Something like that at Walmart if you want them. They're usually not that much, y'all. Oh, there we go. Okay, I gotta get that broken up just a little bit more. All right, there we go. There we go. All right. And I got to get my little broth. Let me get my hands. Wash it off just a little bit. Right. Well, like I said, y'all got to get my broth. It's actually right here. So I go ahead and actually I need to put some more Italian seasoning on top of this, but I'm about to put the broth on her too. I need some more of this. Need some more of this, child. Need some more of this. And like I said, y'all, this is one of those easy recipes. The only thing at the end, you do have to, of course, put the biscuits in there. If you want biscuits on top of yours, that's the dumpling part. So we normally put it on there. Now, you may not want to, or that's up to you. But like I said, we normally always put it on there, y'all. So let me go ahead and get some stock on here, or in here rather. And it's 1.5 cups. And I may use about 2 cups, but Yeah, I want to make sure I got it most of the way covered. Okay. Trying to make sure now. Trying to make sure. All right, there we go. So like I said, I used about 2 cups, y'all. For me, because like I said, I put extra vegetables in her, as you can tell. We have an entire pack of chicken, so it only called for like a pound or 2. What does it call for? 1.5 pound of chicken thighs, but like I said, I used about 2 or 3 pounds, so that's why I put more of that in there. So let me go ahead and turn this on up on high, y'all. I'm gonna get my top on. And then we're gonna let this bad boy cook for a few hours. It'll cook on high for 3 or 4 hours. So like I said, that's all it's gonna do right now. So y'all, I'll be back in 3 or 4 hours. Like I said, this is gonna be it's always an awesome meal. I'm bragging about this meal, but like I said, y'all, it is so good. It tastes way better than those frozen pot pies that you buy in the store. It tastes awesome, y'all. So like I said, I'll be back in about 3 or 4 hours. We can put the biscuits on top and then go ahead and eat this bad boy. I'll be back, y'all. But whenever the thing goes down, I'll be back. And make sure y'all subscribe too. If y'all haven't subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe to the channel too. So I'll be back, y'all. All right, y'all. I'm back with the biscuits to put on top of this crock pot. On top of the chicken pot pie. Like I said, it's been cooking for about a good 3 hours. And it's boiling and it's looking like it's done. I'll show y'all before I put the I may have to use an actual knife. That's gonna cut it with that. Okay. Can't cut it with that. But like I said, I'll definitely show y'all shortly. But I just want to make sure I get these biscuits cut. And let me show y'all how I'm cutting these. I'm just cutting the biscuits. I have got a can of biscuits, so I'm just cutting it in 4s. So like I said, let me I already cut it in half. I'm just cutting in another 4th. That's all. And these are gonna go, like I said, on top of the chicken pot pie. They're gonna go right on top. Uh-oh. I hate when it has some of that that cardboard stuff from the biscuit container on there. There we go. Got it all off, y'all. Got it all off. But like I said, this is all I'm doing for this part. This does take a little bit of time, probably about 10 minutes. I ain't gonna say 10 minutes, but maybe 5 minutes for you to cut these up. But like I said, they just go right on top. And like I said, I'll show y'all that shortly too. I'm just trying to get all these bad boys cut up. Now I'm just cutting them in 4ths. Now I have never, because some of y'all are probably wondering whether I can just lay them on there as regular biscuits. I haven't done that. You may be able to, I don't know, but I always cut them up. I never just lay all the biscuits on top because I don't know how that would actually turn out. So if you want to experiment and try, let me know in the comments and let me know how it turned out. Definitely let me know, y'all. Right. Got 3, I guess technically 4 more biscuits to get cut up, y'all. And like I said in the comments, let me know if y'all are going to make this recipe too. And if y'all have already made it and it's after I posted this, let me know how y'all like it. Let me know how the family likes it. Uh-oh, there we go. Let me know. Okay. And I had 2 little styrofoam plates, y'all, just trying to get the rest of these cut up. I wasn't going to have enough room to cut and all this stuff on one plate. So, didn't feel like getting the cutting board. So, I'm like, forget it. We'll just use these for right now. Use these for right now, child. On the biscuits I got are the flaky buttermilk biscuits. The ones that have the layers. I always get those. I just love the way they taste. That's just for me. But you can use any kind of biscuit dough that you like. That's not cooked, to put it that way. These are like the imitation Pillsbury from Walmart. I don't know what they're called. I guess they're great value. So they were like $1, maybe like $2, I guess, for that can. I think it was $2 or something close to that. So let me scoot those to the side. And move this on back down here. Actually, let me just move this down here. That's a lot to move. Okay, hold on. Let me get this up a little bit. Okay. Right now, I'm taking out the top, y'all. Whoop. I'll put this at. Set it over there. And like I said, you can definitely see that it's still boiling. And like I said, I'm going to put the biscuits, just lay them on top. Not on top of each other, but it's spread out. Well, not spread out, but just like a little puzzle. Wherever I see a gap, I'm going to fill it in with the biscuit. And like I said, after this, y'all, it has to cook for another hour to 2 hours. to make sure the actual biscuits actually cook. You'll notice some brown on top, of course. You know, then you know that they're cooked. That's usually when I stop the cooking process, when I see that the biscuits are cooked. You don't want to serve raw biscuits, y'all. You want to make sure the biscuits are cooked. Uh-oh. Like I said, it takes about an hour or two, just depending on your crock pot. So I'll come back in an hour and check this. But like I said, for now, I'm just trying to get this stuff on here. Uh-oh. Trying to get it on her, child. So like I said, this isn't a hard recipe to make. It just has several steps. But like I said, it's quite easy because, of course, you can leave it cooking while you go run errands or go to the store or take the kids to a game or whatever it is. And when you come back, you still have to do the biscuit part, though, unless you don't want that part. Like I said, we always eat that part, so that's for us. But for right now, I'm going to just put the crock pot top back on and let it cook for another hour or two until these biscuits are done, y'all. And like I said, I will be right back in about an hour or two, y'all. And like I said, again, make sure that you, of course, subscribe to the channel. I'll be right back. All right, y'all, the chicken pot pie is done. I just made us 2 bowls, actually. But I got mine in the bowl. It's just cooling down right now, but it's definitely done, y'all. So go ahead and check this out. Like I said, I've already taken some out because it's over here in my little bowl on the side. So, but like I said, this is how it's going to look for you when it's done. And like I said, the biscuits, you'll know when they're done because they have like a little brown tinge to them, almost like they're in the oven. So like I said, y'all, this is the Crockpot Chicken Pot Pie, y'all. I hope y'all have enjoyed this recipe. And don't forget, of course, make sure that you, of course, subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell to receive all the videos that upload from this point here on out. So with that, y'all, we finna go ahead and grub. So y'all enjoy. Again, let me know if you're going to make this recipe in the comments. Peace out, y'all.